Welcome back. We're still on the topic neurobiological theories and psychopharmacology. Let's go over what we learned in the previous lesson. We learned neurotransmitters are chemical messengers that influence mood, behavior, and mental processes. 2. We discussed serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, and how their imbalances are linked to conditions like depression, anxiety, and psychosis. Lastly, most psychiatric medications work by adjusting these neurotransmitter levels to improve symptoms. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able to 1. Identify common brain imaging techniques used in mental health care. 2. Explain the purpose of these techniques and their role in understanding mental health conditions. Let's begin this session by looking at brain imaging techniques. You've probably heard of a CT scan or an MRI, but how do they relate to mental health? While they don't diagnose a mental illness, these powerful tools help us rule out other physical causes. Modern imaging allows us to see how the brain functions, what they do, and the impact of an imbalance. Let's now dive into the various brain imaging techniques. Starting with a CT scan, also known as computed tomography. CT scan is a quick scan that uses X-rays to create a picture of the brain structure. It's great for spotting things like tumors or strokes that might be causing a person's symptoms. Over to the next technique, the MRI. This is known as magnetic resonance imaging. MRI uses a powerful magnetic field to create highly detailed images of brain tissue. Next is the PET scan, known as positron emission tomography. It shows brain activity by tracking a special dye. This can reveal areas of the brain that are over or underactive, which can provide clues about conditions like depression or schizophrenia. Another brain imaging technique is the fMRI, also known as functional MRI. Unlike a regular MRI that shows brain structure, a functional MRI measures brain activity by detecting changes in blood flow. This is based on the idea that when a part of the brain is more active, it requires more oxygen and therefore more blood flow. An fMRI can show which areas of the brain light up in real time when a person performs a specific task, such as thinking about a memory, listening to music, or solving a problem. Building on this, let's look at fMRI as teaching point for families. Knowing that fMRI is a powerful research tool, it's important to explain to families that it can't definitively diagnose a mental illness. Instead, it helps us understand the underlying neurobiological processes of mental health conditions. Looking at an example, an fMRI might show reduced activity in the frontal lobe of a person with depression, which can help a patient and their family understand that their symptoms have a biological basis and are not all in their head. This can be a very powerful way to reduce stigma and encourage treatment adherence. All right, let's wrap this section up. 1. The brain serves as the central control system for thought, emotion, and behavior, making it essential in understanding mental health. 2. Key structures such as the cerebrum, lobes of the brain, limbic system, and hypothalamus each have specialized roles in cognition, sensory processing, emotional regulation, and bodily functions. 3. Dysfunction in any of these brain areas can lead to changes in behavior and mental health conditions, which is important in psychiatric mental health nursing assessment and care. That is it for this session. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.